to the drive-thru. I'm your host, Tony T. We broadcast live here on Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Plays YouTube channel throughout social media. We'll get you out here before the top of the hour, give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games, and that's what we do here on the drive-thru Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Deliver live your picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later, and deliver those winners, our professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Plays. So let's meet the cappers here, and then we'll get right to the picks. Brian, what's going on?
Can't complain too much. 9 out of the last 12 days winning days. Going to try to keep that going on through the weekend and get some winners out to everybody.
That sounds like a good plan there. So, Rod, what's happening?
Not too much, Tony. Can't complain here either. For me, it was 2-2 days, so let's get a good weekend going. Last couple of weekends have been pretty good here, so I'm not complaining. Looking forward to a big weekend of action. Let's get some more winners.
Absolutely. And Javon, what's word?
Not much. Kind of slow Friday. Got enough games, to wet the whistle, but tomorrow's going to be a lot of action. Can't wait.
Yeah, a lot of college hoops up there on the board. Already looking at some of these matchups. Kevin, what's going on?
Tony, I'm excited for the Commanders Cup. We all know I'm a huge Navy fan, so
yes.
Let's get it going. Let's kick the Army's, the Knights' ass, and start the weekend off right here.
How's that quarterback Horvath look? I know they got him out there as questionable. You think he's a GOAT?
I was reading on one of his blogs that he said it would take death to keep him out of this game. This is their biggest game of the year, these two. So I think he's a go. If he's not, then we all take Army.
Whitmore, no, the backup did well in East Carolina. If the backup,
3 of 10, I think, right? 3 of 10.
Well, he ran the football effectively. I mean, as a your concern here with these Service Academy quarterbacks is their ability to run the football, because let me tell you, man, these guys take a beating. Having to run between the tackles, outside the tackles, get hit by these defensemen, an open field, they take a beating there as Service Academy quarterbacks.
Yeah, but you see against Tulane, if they can't pass the ball, they're more one-dimensional. I think they know how to play each other. That's why it's a 3.5 point spread. I mean, this 6 points is a joke. I mean, if you're not on Navy, you're crazy, because this is the hardest these two teams play. But still, if that quarterback's out, I don't know. It's up in the air for me, because they need that element of pass. I mean, over 1,000 yards for a Navy quarterback. I mean, that's huge.
Yeah, that is no doubt about that. We'll see how that rolls here. Total 39, so we'll see how that runs. It's been under has been the play with Service Academies. Not so much this year. We've seen some overs in the Service Academy games this year. So let's get to the picks here, guys. We're going to start with this NBA card, 8-game card, no cup action tonight. Tomorrow we got the semis in Vegas and standalone games for national television. So let's get to the NBA here. We'll start in threes here, and we'll keep an eye on that injury report as well, because you have to in the NBA. All right, in this slate of games, oh boy, we already got a 10-1 money line game right here already. We've got the Wizards and Cavs. The Cavs 16.5, total 232, and then next up Pacers and Sixers 6.5, total 228, and then Hornets and Bulls 6.5, total 234. Injury report: Washington, a ton of guys: Bay, Brogdon, George, Kispert, Kuzma, Vukcevic out. Cavaliers got Base Mobley is out. He was questionable early, so Mobley out, Porter out, Strus out here for Cleveland. Okoro will be probable. Pacers, Nesmith and Shepard continue to be out. Bona and Martin out for Philadelphia. In that Hornets game, we've got out Ball and Mann. Saloon questionable, as is Bridges. Seth Curry probable. On the Bulls side, we got Craig, Giddey, Vucevic, and Williams questionable. Ball and Levine probable. So lots of guys on the list, man. You've had some time off. Come on, get healed. Let's get this one underway here with Javon.
Yeah, looking at this big spread with Washington, now I understand why you would want to take Washington given the amount of points of this, but there's no way I could put my money on the Washington Wizards team, who consistently collapses in these games. They might be competitive for a little bit, but then next thing you know, you turn around, they're down 25, and there's really no coming back from that. Now, if you're facing a team that has no defense, maybe you might want to back them, like someone like Denver, where they was they got ahead of Denver in the whole game, and Denver was playing from behind the whole game, but couldn't get any stops. But with Cleveland, that's not going to be the case. They're going to make stops, and they're going to run it up on them. So I could only back the Cleveland Cavaliers in this spot. 17, 16 and a half, 17 and a half. It really doesn't matter to me because I think it's going to be a 25-point shellac by the Cleveland Cavaliers. I know that's probably not a popular opinion, but I don't care. I'm on the Cavs in this one. Mobley might not play. That might be a situation, but I really don't care.
He's not playing. He's not playing. Yeah.
If Cleveland, well, regardless, if Cleveland's doing what they're supposed to do, and not going through the motions, then they can name the score. Simple as that.
There from Javon. Next up, we move on over to Rod.
Yeah, I think I'd agree with that one there. How can you bet the Wizards here in this spot? It's like the Wizards on the road this season trying to avenge a loss. Well, it's the double revenge spot because the Cavs have not only beat them once this season, they beat them twice and whooped them in both these meetings this season. So it's not even close. And the Wizards 6-0 ATS in these spots on the road when they're trying to avenge a loss from a team already this season. No chance I'm taking the Wizards. They're just trying to bait you into it. Come on, I'll offer you 18 and a half. I think the Cavs win by 20 in that one there. The Wizards is definitely not the way to go there in that one. And you look at the 76ers. Do you trust the 76ers? I sure don't. Maybe when we start seeing some sort of life from the 76ers, just see it a little bit. You know what? I like the little island of everybody think the Pacers are ass on the road. My line hasn't budged, and it's 6.5. I'll take it. Give me this Indiana Pacers plus the 6.5 in that one.
There from Rod. Next up, we move on over to Brian.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think the Pacers are ass on the road. They are ass on the road, 3-11 straight up. And I know the Sixers haven't performed well, 7-15 on the year, but this team's made up of NBA All-Stars. They're starting to gel. They've won 4 of the last 5, while the Pacers have lost 5 of 6. I know covering and winning are two different things, but I think we start to see the Sixers become a cover machine here in the next dozen or so games. I'm going to take the Sixers later points.
From Brian. Next up, we move on over to Kevin.
Yeah, you got the Sixers at home. It looks like the Pacers getting the plus points with the better record. It looks like 57% is on the Pacers. Look, the Sixers at home, you got Maxey almost off a triple-double, and he was struggling. And then you got Embiid putting up a double-double, 30 and 10 rebounds or whatever. George is spacing that forward, something they never had. And then those guys that were starting all those games now can move to the bench. I think the Sixers stomped the Pacers here. And I'm going to go ahead and take Washington. I actually locked it in earlier at 17 with Mobley questionable. But the last time they played, he was 19 points, 10 rebounds. That's a huge loss for this game. I know they beat them 87 to whatever a while ago, but they're 3-7 against the spread when they play the Wizards. I mean, the Wizards, they're all playing to make it on better teams, if you ask me. Wizards is where you go to showcase what you can do. So I think this is going to be a cover for the Wizards here.
Yeah, Lakers always look to the Wizards for a lot of guys. I remember that for that situation there.
Bagley's been playing in the last 2 games. He's playing great. I mean, hell.
Yep. From his parents complaining about his playing time in Golden State, then you end up in the cemetery in Washington. So not very good. Not a very good move there for Bagley there. All right, I'm going to take the under here with Washington, Cleveland. Washington has just been a train wreck trying to score points on the road. 4-2 to the under when they're a dog at 10 or greater points. But on the past 5 games, there's 43% shooting, 28% from 3. I think the defense here at Cleveland will be the difference. So I'll take them. I'll take the under in that one. Yeah, I'm kind of leaning on the Philadelphia side as well. Pacers have covered failed to cover 10 of 14 on the road. And look at that box score when Indiana played Charlotte, and you'll throw up. I mean, when you have that much talent on that court, and you lose to Charlotte, T.J. McConnell was your leading scorer with 30 points off the bench. The next guy there, Miles Turner, had 10, and that was the second highest score. With that talent, that's unacceptable. That there is something wrong with that Pacers team when you put up an effort like that. I can't back Indiana. That is just horrific. One thing to note here with this Philadelphia team, they are, with Embiid there, they play defense over the past 5, allowing 41% shooting, 35% from 3. maybe there'll be some trades. We'll see what happens with this Pacers team. But that was an awful looking box score in that 113-109 home defeat to Charlotte, who was with guys that were hurt in that game. My God, I mean, that was disgusting. Let's see, what else are we on here in this block? I think we covered them here, right? We've got that one. I gave you what we got here. I'm getting lost because I got so caught up in my little tantrum over this Charlotte team, which pisses me off so much. Okay, yeah, we're going to look at the Hornets Bulls, right? Yeah, I don't trust the Bulls against losing teams. They have not been good. I'll take the points with Charlotte here. The Bulls at home 0-2 the spread against teams with 250 to 400 win percentage. Hornets 4-1 on the road. As a dog of 3.5 to 9.5 points this season. The Bulls defense at bad at home, allowing 49% shooting here. I'll look at Charlotte again to be the ugly dog to cover because again the Bulls defense just atrocious. Let's continue here on the drive-thru. We'll take a look at the next series of games here on the board. What we'll look at here will be Lakers and T-Wolves, no longer 9, it's down to 8 here, total 213.5. Nets and Grizzlies 10, total 228. And then we'll close this one out here with the Nuggets and Clippers. Nuggets down from 6.5 down to 5.5. We've seen that one come down, total 227. We get this one underway here with Javon.
Yeah, and that Clippers Nuggets game was down to 5.5. I believe for good reason. Like I mentioned in the the last segment, Denver Nuggets caught a stray because they don't play defense. And that's been hurting them this season. Joker he's been having to do everything, running up his minutes, and he's having a lot of production. Granted, but when you're dealing with a team like the Clippers, who've already they've covered twice against them this season. Am I correct?
I'm not sure on that one. Not sure what the results were in their coverage.
Have they played twice already, or was that the Clippers or somebody else?
I'm not sure. I know they played the Warriors. They played the Warriors twice this year. I know that.
Yeah, they played the Warriors
twice already this season, and the Clippers have won both meetings: 109, 104, 126, 122.
That's right.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a situation where I think the Denver Nuggets, they're gonna have trouble, getting some separation against the Clippers. Just based on how well coached the Clippers are. They're steadfast in playing defense. So those things alone dictate to me that it has to be the Clippers or nothing else. Now we could see a tremendous effort from Denver in this situation at home. They could run away from these guys, but I don't think that's going to happen. James Harden is back. That's just another piece that had their offense run fluidly. And at the end of the day, I think this is going to be a situation where this is going to be a 3-4 point game as opposed to a 6 or 7 point game. I think this is going to be close throughout.
There from Javon. Next up, we move on over to Brian.
I'll tell you what, this group in the games here, I'm going to take the Minnesota Timberwolves lay the points against the LA Lakers. I think we got two ships headed in opposite directions here. LeBron James doesn't feel like playing. Minnesota had that slow start, but we've seen them win 4 of the last 5 straight up, 3 of the last 4 covers. I think we see a repeat of that matchup on December 2nd, a 29-point win here for Minnesota.
There from Brian. Next up, we move on over to Kevin.
Yeah, I'm on the opposite of that. I think LeBron being out helps the rest of the team. I think Anthony Davis is probably the best player in the NBA if you could stay healthy a whole career. And look, D'Angelo Russell, how he stepped up LeBron not playing last time. They can space the floor. The ball doesn't have to be in LeBron's hand. They can move it, get assists. I kind of like the Lakers here getting points, but I agree with Javon. I like the Clippers. They're actually reminding me of the old Houston Rockets with Harden on it. They're going smaller. You got Porter back, Bones Highland. He's putting up numbers now on the bench. They're a smaller squad that can defend and put up some big shots. So I would look at the over, but I would definitely take the Clippers getting the points.
There from Kevin. Yeah, we should look at some of the injuries here in these matchups here for the Lakers. We know that James is out. We know Vanderbilt Wood, Josefino Hayes have been out. Reeves have been upgraded from questionable early on to probable. Davis probable is there. Looks like Minnesota's going to be healthy with their starters. Just Ingles, the bencher, out in that one. Brooklyn and Memphis, Bogdanovich, Cam Thomas, the scorer, out. Williams out. On the Memphis side, GG out. Williams out. Edey doubtful in that game. For the Clippers, it will be Brown, Jones, Leonard, Mann, and Tucker out of this game. We've got Kinkar Saric out for Denver. Murray, questionable. Gordon Braun, probable. So there you go with the injuries. How I'll look at this one here is I'll go ahead and late here with Memphis in this spot. Memphis is playing really good defense, and when you don't, and also too, the issue here with Memphis with the Nets here, they're not very good defensively. They're 21st in road defensive efficiency. The Grizzlies have covered 10 of 14 at home. The Nets in their past 5 games are not shooting the ball, but man, they're giving up 50% shooting, 37% from 3. And of course that Thomas injury suits for Brooklyn. You give Memphis space on the court, you don't play defense, they will exploit you. So I like Memphis in this spot. Yeah, I'm going to be with looking at the Laker game. I'm going to go under in this game. These teams have been playing slow-paced basketball the last 5 games. LA not shooting the ball well and not making their threes. Minnesota defending very well over their past 5 games, 41% shooting, 30% from 3. So I'll look at the under in that game, in that Lakers game. And the Clippers, yeah, I'm with the Clippers here, plus the points. I think this little break will help them. I think they'll come out defensively. That's what they do, is they defend very well on the court. So I like them in this spot. The Nuggets defense at home, giving up 47% shooting, and they fail to cover 4 or 5. I'll be here on that Clippers side. All right, let's continue here on the drive-thru as we get ready here for the next series of games, and they will be. Next up, we've got Suns and Jazz. We've got the Suns 7.5, total 233, and then we'll close it out tonight with the Spurs and Trailblazers. Spurs 3, total 225. Let's take a look here at what the injuries report looks like tonight. Durant is in the lineup tonight for Phoenix. In the lineup will be Durant, Gillespie out. On the Utah side, Mahalik out. Markkanen and Clarkson have been upgraded from questionable to probable. So Clarkson and Markkanen probable here for Utah, the upgrade from the morning. On the Spurs side, Wemby will play, but not playing tonight. Castle, Collins, Johnson, and Trey Jones, these are contributors out for San Antonio. On the Portland side, Reith and Thibault, Thibault out. Reith is doubtful. Williams, Klingon, and Ayton are questionable, so you're caught up there with the injuries. We started off here with Javon.
Yeah, no, that Suns game is pretty interesting. I don't want to lay any points with the Suns, being that they're a jump shooting team. They're on the road in this one, and it's really a stay away from me because I don't want my money on the Utah side either. So it's really a no play, but if, gun to my head, I would have to back the better team, which is the Suns. And like I said, I don't want to have my money on the either way. So that's that on that. But the game that I do want to touch on is the Spurs and Trailblazers game. Now I'm gonna back the Trailblazers begrudgingly. It's just a situation where I know Cassill's out. He's been putting in work on the court for them boys in San Antonio. Can Wemby, and other guys, Cassell and all those guys, can they, capture a win? Of course they can capture a win on the road, but, Trailblazers, they're a funny bunch. These type of games, they kind of get up for just by watching them, and I think they're going to get up for this game. I think this is the game where they believe that they'd be able to win, and just have an extra little bit of effort, to beat a team that I think that they think they're comparable to. So I'll take the points.
Take the points there with Javon on the Portland Trailblazers. Next up, we move on over to Rod.
All right, we're going to look at a few games because we missed me in the last segment. So.
Oh, we did. Oh, we missed Rod.
You went to me early.
Oh, no.
Double this on up early. So
all right.
I'm looking at Brooklyn taking on Memphis. I got to go the other way, Tony. I like the Brooklyn Nets here in this one. Both these teams have been cover machines and been money makers for us this season. But Brooklyn in the spot when the total's between 220 and 229.5 this season. Guess what? They're 10-0 ATS, giving the Brooklyn Nets there in that one. And then I can't touch the Lakers. Why would you touch the Lakers? I just don't get even betting the Lakers here on the road at all. 0-7 straight up on the road this season. 4-9 ATS of this crappy Lakers team on the road. They stink. They got no bench help. Who's coming in there to score some points there for the Lakers to keep up? If there's no LeBron, you're not getting 30 from that guy. And good luck keeping up with this Minnesota team. It's 5-0 ATS in the first half at home. So I'm going to take Minnesota, lay it in the first half. They keep the Lakers in the first half. They keep the crap out of the Lakers full game. Lay the points first half and full game there in that one. No chance of Lakers in that one. I think the Clippers plus the points as well in Denver. Denver all season long, they're on Joker's trying to do it all, and he's been averaging a nice triple-double while doing it. But if nobody else is going to chip in and they don't play any defense, well, you're in trouble. Clippers have already beat you twice. They could do it 3 times outright. Take the Clippers plus the points in that one. And then the Spurs in Portland, there's a lot of guys out in that one. And sometimes it leads to a higher-paced game, and you get a track meet, and you go over. But I like the under. I think we get a slow pace. Portland drags them into one of those slow pace, slow fest. They're 14-10 to the under this season as Portland. I think they play some defense as well. I think the under 225 in that one. The ones I like to do.
Yeah. Hey, you saw Bronny had a big game in the G League the other night. Yeah, maybe. There's some hope. There's some hope.
And then the rumors of the Lakers trading LeBron getting traded. So
well, they're trying to build up trade value with Bronny. They're trying to build up some trade value. You know, Bronny is helping the trade value there with that big game. That big game in the G League. They made all the highlight reels. And funny, they asked Snoop Dogg. He was on one of the shows. He goes, "Man, don't fool me with this G League stuff, man." they were trying to sell him on Bronny and Joe, and Snoop Dogg just shot it down. Funniest thing you'll ever see. All right, let's move on over to Brian.
Yeah, I don't want to pull a Ruffalo and
no.
So I'll make a pick. I'm going to take the Utah Jazz plus the points. I mean, Jazz 5-18 on the season straight up, but they've really underachieved at home 2-8 straight up over the years. For me, the Utah Jazz are kind of like the Colorado Rockies in baseball. They just have a nice home field advantage. I think line this morning was about 8.5. Now we're seeing it drop 8. Now we're seeing it drop to about 7.5 here. For me, I think it's a 2-possession game for the Jazz. Suns have been underperforming all year. Give me Utah Jazz plus the points.
There from Brian. All right, next up we move on over to Kevin.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Trailblazers here. The last meeting between these two, 105-118. Trailblazers definitely won the rebound battle, but they lost the threes 28% to 41%. I think at home that gets a little closer, and I think with William III and Clegan playing, I think they can add to the rebounds. I know Clegan played the first time, but he only played like 4 minutes. Now he's getting more minutes, so if he's healthy, I think those two can take out Wamby pretty good.
And there from Kevin there, I'll tell you here what I think about these games here. I'm going to go over in this Phoenix and Utah. Why? Because these guys go over all the time. Five overs head-to-head, and high totals, too. They're into 230s when they've gone over. Phoenix, they don't play defense on the road, 26 in defensive efficiency on the road. The Jazz at home, 28th in defensive efficiency. Suns, 9-2 to the over on the road. Utah, 4-0 to the over at home, facing teams that allow 46% shooting or greater. Durant back, so you know there's going to be a lot of points here from this Jazz team when you got the three-headed scoring machine here with Beal, Booker, and Durant. I like the over in that one. Spurs and Trailblazers, I like the under in this game. Portland, just a miserable shooting team at home. And the Spurs shooting form over the past 5 games has been poor here as well. 44%, 3% from 3. Like the under in this one. All right, let's continue here on the drive-thru. As we turn attention over to this college basketball card, what we do this time of the year, we just ask the cappers, just give us what you got from college hoops. We've got some on today's card. So let's get this college basketball segment started with Javon, if he's still in the casino. Then we got Javon back. All right, we'll have to wait for Javon to get rewired into his phone. We'll go over to Ron. We'll get him right. We'll get it right.
After me looking at a couple here, I'm looking at Nebraska-Omaha taking on Northern Iowa tonight. And, I like Nebraska-Omaha plus the 14. Definitely been a solid cover machine, hitting 70%, 7-3 on the season covering that number. I know the Panthers, pretty solid team, but 14, just a touch too many there. Taking Nebraska-Omaha plus the 14 in that one. And then I like a track meet, Indiana taking on Nebraska. Both these teams can run and gun the ball. It's just been on the rise. I still think we hit the 160s. It wasn't like 150 and a half and moved all the way up to 156 in places I see 156 and a half. I think we easily get into the 160s there in that one. Nebraska defensively definitely giving up plenty of points. And Indiana scoring plenty. I think both teams can get into the 80s, no problem, and we can get up and over the total of 156 there on that one. Couple I like those.
Couple you like that. Nothing on the Tommies today from Rod, so we move on over to Javon.
Brian's the Tommy guy.
That's right. He's the guy. He's the one that likes the Tommies. All right, he's the Tommies guy. Next up, Javon. College hoops.
We're on. So where are we at as far as how many games are we on into?
Oh no, college hoops. Just give us what you got.
Just give us all right. Sheesh. I'm gonna take the points. Really, not much commentary with college basketball, but I'm gonna take the points with Omaha. I think this is too many points. I can't lay it with the preparation. Not with 14. Absolutely not. I want to back South Dakota State, but they laid an egg in the last game. It was a spot where I know a few guys were on them. You know what I mean? So, Colorado, not really showing much. But you know what? Give South Dakota. I'll give the Jackrabbits one more chance. Short card, and there's one more. I'm gonna roll with the Tommies. You know, listen. At first glance, you might think that's too many points, but against Western Michigan, it's not. You know, so lay it, and it went down like I believe a point to 12 from 12.5 to 11.5. I like to fade that line move.
There we go from Javon. All right, next up we move on over to Brian.
No, I'd like to be on St. Thomas, the Tommies, but just too many people liking them. When too many people are liking them, I'm jumping off them. But as far as this schedule goes on Friday, I'll take the Colorado Buffaloes lay the points. I like the Jackrabbits, but you look at Colorado's schedule, they have played some tough competition. They played Connecticut and beat them. They lost to Iowa State. They played Michigan State. Harvard's not the greatest team, but better than some teams on the South Dakota State schedule. So for me, I'll take the Colorado Buffaloes there later points.
Yeah, Jackrabbits not making threes, and this is what happens with these Summit League teams. They get all the good three-point shooters who hit the transfer portal, and they lose them. So it's tough for them to continue with their three-point success. Next up, we move on over to Kevin.
Here's what I look at. I look at a ranked Indiana team getting 5 points against Nebraska, who just got their asses handed to them by Michigan State. They're out-rebounding that game, 19-48 in that game. That's just a huge red flag.
John, put your phone on mute. We're getting that background from this casino. All right, go on over back to Kevin.
That's just a huge red flag to me when I see Indiana getting those points. Indiana hasn't really played too many good teams. They're both their losses to Gonzaga and Louisville. Other than that, it's been not so great. So give me Nebraska laying the 5 points here.
They're laying the 5 there with Kevin Thomas. All right, I'll tell you here what I think about these games here for tonight. I'm going to also agree with the Omaha. I like Omaha Steaks, but also like my Nebraska-Omaha college hoops team. So I'll take them here at plus the 15. It's that time of the year. They defend well. And Northern Iowa very poor on the offensive glass, and they don't make their free throws, so I'll look them in that spot. I'm going to go ahead and take North Dakota State here, plus the points against UTSA. This UTSA team failed to cover both home games, and they're only hitting 41% over the past 5 games. Roadrunners, 322nd in the nation effective field goal shooting. Poor shooting team. I don't know how the heck you're going to lay 6.5. They play again on Sunday, but I'll take North Dakota there at plus the 6.5. All right, let's continue here on the drive-through as we get ready to move on over to hockey. Javon, I think your phone, put it on mute there because we're getting that casino background noise. All right, so we'll continue here on the drive-through as we get ready here to switch on over to the NHL. Just one game here from the ice tonight. And we will get to it here in just a second. Let me go. Here we go. One game tonight. So let's take a look at it here. We got Senators and Hurricanes. Hurricanes $1.96, total 6. I know Javon is not in hockey right now, so we'll go right on over to Rod.
Yeah, looking at looks like Allmark getting the start here for Kochekov getting the start for. I think the Carolina Ottawa hasn't been great on the road, but I like the under here. Both goalies definitely to be the first 2-3 wins this one. We've seen the earlier meeting was a 4-0 for Carolina, so Ottawa's definitely wanting their revenge. and Allmark's starting to pick up his play. I think he's got to if this Ottawa team is turn their lousy start of the season around. Give me the under 6 in that one.
There from Rod. Let's see what else we get here from the hockey crew tonight. On to Brian.
Boy, I hate to take a roof load. I got a gun to my head here. I'll take the Ottawa Senators here on the puck line. I just think they're going to get a little. They were beat 4-0 by this Carolina team. I think this time it's going to be a tight ball game, a tight hockey game here. So give me the puck line.
There we go. From I'm seeing 99. I think of Gastineau. He was in the news recently from the old Jets rusher.
Oh yeah, Brett Favre.
Yeah, they wasn't very happy about Brett Favre there. On over to Kevin. You'll know about that one.
Yeah, I agree with. I agree with Rod with the under because you can get plus money on that. So give me the under 6.
There from Kevin. All right, we got you through the hockey segment here. Now it's time to go through our parlay peripheral segment. Well, the cappers can give out a parlay. If they want to give out a player prop, team prop, or a game coming up in the future, it's up to them. They make the call. So let's get this one underway with Javon. You're on mute, Javon. There you go.
What is it again?
Parlay segment. No, you got a hockey. You got a hockey. If you got a hockey, can give it. We skipped it.
I sure don't.
All right.
I sure don't. But as far as so I'm gonna put together a quick NBA parlay with props. We're gonna look at Joel Embiid over PRA, points, rebounds, assists. Now, there's a question about how many minutes he's gonna play and all that. But if he plays anywhere close to how he played his last game, then listen, this is gonna go over with ease. Just off of points and rebounds. Let alone a couple of assists he's gonna drop. It's a situation where he does this Indiana Pacers team filthy. He has a long history of doing so, and I think he's gonna do so tonight, regardless of how many minutes he plays. He's gonna have a lot of production, and we're gonna go with another PRA. We're gonna go with Anthony Davis. They're missing the production out of LBJ. We all know that. But regardless of whether he's on the court, off the court, whatever he's going through, or why he's not playing, I think Anthony Davis is going to shoulder the load and have a real productive game. I think he's going to drop 30 plus. So it's not going to take much to rebounding, and he's liable to get about 12, 13 rebounds if he's on his A game. So I think the PRA for him is in play also. So over PRA for both Anthony Davis and Joel Embiid, both centers, powerful one. Anthony Davis center / power forward. So big games from the big guys.
Big games from the big guys from Javon. Next up, we move on over Rod.
And for me, we're going to take the. Give me the Indiana Pacers on the money line in that one versus 76ers tonight. And then I'm going to take the Minnesota Timberwolves in the first half. And then I'm going to take the under 6 as a nice hockey game. Little 3-teamer for you.
3-teamer there from Rod. Move on over to Brian.
No, I hate to go against my good friend Rod, but I like the 76ers tonight. I'm going to parlay the Sixers minus the points. Utah Jazz plus the points, and the Colorado Buffaloes laying the points.
Yeah, I know you're a Phillies guy. What are you guys doing here during all this hoopla? Everybody, are you guys going to start to put your foot in the water with all these trades and acquisitions? Or you're just going to sit there and watch the Mets get stronger and the Dodgers get stronger?
Yeah, Phillies. You never know with the Phillies. They could go end up spend $200 million. And, you never know with the Phillies.
When they didn't get Tucker, I was upset. I thought they would at least make a play for Tucker, but he signed with the Cubs today, so I was like, oh shit.
Yep. Well, there's still
they need outfield help that can hit,
Yep.
Or a third baseman if they want to get rid of Bohm.
Well, Nolan is out there, and Arondondo's out there. Nolan.
I think we're old enough. I think we need to. I think we just stick. I think we bring the guys up, Crawford, and those guys that they're saying 2 more years away. What the hell are we waiting on? Let's go.
Let's go.
That third baseman can hit. I mean, if they want to get rid of Bohm, move him for a pitcher.
There we go.
But I'm looking at my parlay. I got Tyrese Maxey, points, rebounds, and assists over 31.5 minus 120. I'm going to take the Clippers plus the 5.5, and then give me the Portland Trailblazers plus 3.5.
There from Kevin. Yeah, I'll give you my parlay. I like the over in the Nets Grizzlies. I like the Clippers there, and also like in college hoops. I got to get it right. It is North Dakota. I had said North Dakota State, I think, in one of my write-ups or something. That's North Dakota here, plus the 7.5 against UTSA. All right. We got you through the parlay purple segment. Let's see what the cappers have for sale over at Pick Dogs Premium. Heading to a big weekend of action. Of course, NFL, we still have 15 games on the board here this weekend. Army, Navy tomorrow, a lot of college hoops, NBA Cup tomorrow as well. Action tonight on the court as well. So let's see what the cappers have for sale. We'll take a look at Brian, who Brian is having a monster 2024. What do you got for sale over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, I almost hate 2024 to be over. Ranked number 2 at pickdogs.com for profit. Right now in college basketball, 20-7 run, 74%. You can get my best bet in college hoops tonight, my titanium play. $25 at pickdogs.com, or get it as part of a 3-pack. My square dancing 3-pack. Me and Kevin Thomas going out right after the show. Going to hit the bars, do a little bit of square dancing. Hopefully get some winners out there to everybody.
All right, get on board with Brian. You see the great year he's having. Get that multi-capper promotion or multi-pass. That's the best value over at Pick Dogs. Let's see what Kevin has for sale over at Pick Dogs. Kevin enjoying a great year here in college hoops to start the year.
I still have my top premium pristine wager up in college basketball for tonight's action. I do still have a hidden gem up for NBA, and you can guarantee I'm going to have a play on that Navy-Army game as soon as we get off here. And it's probably going to be Navy, but I'm not telling anybody that.
All right, there you go. Exclusive here from Kevin. Get on board with Kevin. You see the great results he's put together, guys. Long-term passes. You want to try them out for 3 days? You guys love that 3-day pass on the weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, hoops and football from Kevin here. Action as well on the ice. Remember, the promo code PICK saves you that 15% off. Let's see what Javon has for sale over at Pick Dogs Premium. Can't wait for that bowl action to begin. We do have Army-Navy tomorrow.
Yeah, and I do have the Army-Navy game up for sale. Got it up early enough for me at least, because I usually have that up overnight, and any games from the next day. So, yeah, I got some Saturday action already up. But for tonight, I have an NBA 3-pack, that should hit. Also have one standalone play in college basketball, and I got a standalone play in the NBA as well, and a throwaway game that's only for long-term subscribers as far as the NBA also. So four NBA plays, one college basketball play. That's 5 for tonight's action. Then gonna be fully loaded. It's gonna be fully loaded tomorrow. That's for damn sure with college basketball. I might not touch on the NBA games, but maybe I might. But it all depends on if the price is right. But with that said, jump on something long term. There's going to be a lot of action. 3-day, 7-day, 30-day, yearly. Or matching with one of the other handicaps for the 2-for-1, 3-for-1, 4-for-1, and so on and so forth. Cap promotional. Can't go wrong here, Sports Chat. Sports Chat place to Pick Dogs. Let's get it.
Let's get it indeed. Get on board with Javon. You see great results. You get that 1-month pass. Get you a lot of bowl action with Javon. Take you all the way to January 12th. They get you into some of the playoff rounds, all the way to the semis when you get that 1-month pass. Get on board with Javon on that 1-month pass. Let's see what Rod has for sale over at Pick Dogs Premium. Rod, what you got for sale?
And for me, I got a nice little 3-pack in the NBA. We've been hot over the last month in the NBA, so definitely scoop up that 3-point play 3-pack. And then I've got my top play in college basketball tonight as well. And then I got it's Friday, so it's one of my favorite days of the week. It's Steak Friday, and I got a nice little 5-pack to boost that 3 plays in the NBA. 2 college basketball plays there as well. But it's Friday, so your best bet is to check out that 3-day pass and join me for the weekend. You'll get Friday, you'll get Saturday, you'll get Sunday, and I get Monday in early. So basically, that 3-day pass turns into a 4-day pass. That's a great deal going as I've reduced it for this holiday season. So come aboard. We know we'll be stacked in college basketball tomorrow as well. So, and then we got the NFL already off to a nice 2-0 start this week in the NFL. Come aboard. And as Jovan mentioned, that 2-for-1 capper, Arsenal can't go wrong with that. Pair me up with another one of the hot handicappers you see. Hey, pair me up with 3, 4, 5 of the cappers you see put money in your pocket. Take advantage of that capper promotional over there. Use the promo code PICK at checkout over at Big Dogs and Sport Chat Place.
That's right, Gilmore with Rod over at Pick Dogs Premium. And I've got best bet on the board right now here from the NBA. Also got college basketball premium up for you right now. We can get on board with my long-term pass. Remember that 3-day pass gets you covered in the NFL for this week. I am number one unit producer over at Pick Dogs in the NFL. We get that 1 month pass, that 3-day pass. You get my action for the NFL this week as well as the NBA college hoops. And of course, Army Navy. So get on board with me over at Pick Dogs Premium. Remember the promo code PICK at checkout will save you that 15% off. Multi-cap promotion. Save even more money there. All right, we got you through all the picks here on the show. Also the parlays. You find out what we got for sale over at Pick Dogs Premium. Let's see what's going on over at the YouTube channel for Pick Dogs. Growing, lots of subscribers here on Pick Dogs YouTube channel. Brian, what you got up on the Pick Dogs YouTube channel and your plans for the weekend?
I got my sharp betting contrarian predictions every day already recorded the video, ready to upload. But I'll be hanging out with the guys on Sunday, arguing about some NFL football. There
you go with Brian. Of course, Rod, you're regular here pretty much here on the drive-thru.
Pretty much a regular here, just about Monday to Friday. Take one day off on a Thursday, but say sometimes if you're short some people, sometimes life happens, so I'll check in for you. So you can find me here on the drive-thru Monday to Friday. Check it out.
Rod. All right, Javon, we can catch you here also on the weekend show, and you've got a parlay video series as well.
Yeah, got a parlay series going, but not tonight. It'll be back tomorrow. So I'll definitely have something for tomorrow. It's too many games not to have it. But yeah, I'll be there tomorrow morning and Sunday morning as usual, and then back here on Monday for the drive-thru.
We got it from Javon. Remember, tomorrow we got a first tip-off, 11 a.m. Eastern time in college hoops. Not the usual noon Eastern, so keep your eyes open there. Kevin, we can find your content also on the Pick Dogs YouTube channel.
Yeah, every night, every day you get a pick and prop, usually NBA, NFL, college basketball. But every night, make sure to check it out. Subscribe. Over 200,000 are ready, and it's still growing. Make sure it's absolutely free. Make sure you're a part of it. Get notified. I mean, you love these shows. You get more ton free stuff, as always.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of free content, guys. A lot of analysis, a lot of sharp cappers here at Pick Dogs. So check out the YouTube channel for more content. And, of course, like and subscribe. We're with you here Monday through Friday out with the drive-thru here, 6 Eastern time, getting you the latest picks with all the late information, injuries, and updates and whatnot. You get it right here on the drive-thru, and we don't shy away from any game. Any game on the board is bettable and beatable. We don't shy away from any of them here on the drive-thru. All right, that's going to do it here for the show. Before we go, anybody have anything in closing before we go?
I'll tell you that Tennessee-Illinois game tomorrow in college basketball definitely looks tempting. Line is at a pick'em. Number one team playing the number 19 team in the nation. So that game I'm looking forward to.
Looking forward to that. And that's a nice hoops card tomorrow.
Yeah, I was looking forward to. I just couldn't find my Illinois hat within. Illinois.
Illinois.
You know all the squares will be humping up on Tennessee tomorrow. That's
all of them.
Guaranteed.
All of them. So, Tony, you can't have my Illinois hat.
I can't have it tomorrow. Oh, it's okay. It didn't work for me. It's got some burn marks. It's got some burn marks on it anyway. Couldn't cover against Wisconsin. What's wrong with you guys? There you go. That'll do it here for the drive-thru. Back again Monday live at 6 Eastern. Check out all the great content here at Pick Dogs by liking and subscribing and setting on that notifications. Be notified of all the live shows and all the great content over on the channel. So take a look at it there. That's going to do it. Also, the link in the description will take you over to the premium site where you can get our best bets there at Pick Dogs Premium. That'll do it for the show, guys. We're going to wave goodbye, guys. You guys making a winning night, a winning weekend.